Hi, my name's Gabe, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This will be part 2 of the 100% walkthrough. Let's get into it. So if you've been following along, this is what your save file should look like. Maybe with a few deaths on there. Nothing to be ashamed of. It can be a pretty hard game. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, when you load a save, right, you start off right back on the beginning screen, only at 3 hearts, but you keep your rupee count, your key count, and your bomb count, which is cool. And, of course, your inventory items. So, last time we basically did everything we could in the overworld, so now we're going to be heading to the first and second dungeons. So get to the first dungeon, you walk to the right, come through here. You don't really need to rack up rupees anymore, but you still want to grab as many as you can as you go along, because there are still a few purchases that we'll make in the future, and there might only be, I'm not sure if there's even any secret moblins left for us to get. There might be like 1 or 2. So, it's not super urgent, but just like as you're moving along, make sure you pick up a decent amount of rupees. Make your way all the way up here. Here's this bridge that I pointed out last time. Here's some Octoroks that hate me. Alright, cross the bridge. We've gotten to this little island in the middle of the lake. So, walk into this tree stump. And we've arrived at the first dungeon. This is a locked door, and you'll need a key to get through it. However, there's actually a trick with this first dungeon where if you leave, and then just go back in, the door magically unlocks. So, you can save the key right there. First, I'm going to go left. You can see in the upper left, it says level 1, because this is the first dungeon. These are keys, little flying bat enemies. Hold still. There we go. And often when you kill all the enemies in a room, they'll drop an item, like this key here. Or open a door, make a block pushable. Now we're gonna go right. And these are Stalfos, skeleton enemies. And sometimes they can be hiding items in their rib cage, like this guy right here, he has a key. Now I've got 2 keys, and we don't need to use one on this door. More Stalfos. Take him out, take him out. Alright, right here, even more Stalfos. Whoa, double fairy. Another key. We want to go right here at first, because this room has the compass in it. There's always a compass in each dungeon, and when you pick it up, it reveals the location of the Triforce shard on the map. So we don't have the map yet, so we can't actually tell what the layout is, but we can see the general area that the Triforce shard is kept in. So that's cool. Now we gotta make our way to the left. And right here, some more keys. This is our first key usage. You just walk into a key door to unlock it. Takes 1 key. These are gels, little slime enemies. So if you kill all of them, then this block becomes pushable, and you just walk into it from any direction and you can push it. It opens this door, and there's an old man here that gives you some advice. Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. Thanks. I don't really know what he's talking about, if I'm gonna be honest. but it's probably something in the overworld, or like maybe he's talking about the layout of the dungeon. Anyways, here's some more gels, and that piece of paper on the floor right there is the map. So I pick it up, boom, there's the map, and each dungeon is named after the shape of the map. This one is called the Eagle. And we can see the Triforce Shard is kept in the right wing. Grab a key. But first we want to make our way up through the head here, because in almost every dungeon there's always a dungeon item, where you walk down some stairs and you get to the side-scrolling section, and then you get a unique item from that dungeon. Those were Garayas, like boomerang enemies. And then here are blade traps. They'll try to close in on you when you walk in front of them. So like that, I can recoil. I can get them to clash together and then walk through when they're recoiling. Push this and you can get to the staircase. And this is the side-scrolling section I was talking about. And the dungeon item is the bow. Ow. Da-na-na-na. So now, if you have followed along from last time, we'll already have the arrow, so now we can immediately start using the bow. Every time you press B, it uses up 1 rupee and it shoots an arrow. So you always have a projectile attack on you that does a decent amount of damage. However, the bow won't be required for a fairly long amount of time, and we're going to get an item, another item in this dungeon really soon, that isn't as good as the bow, but it substitutes well for it, and you don't use up your rupees. So the bow won't be super extra useful until a bit later in the quest. Leave the head, and now we're going to enter the other wing. Use another key right here. More Garayas in here. And this is where the other item is located. So kill all the Garayas, and they drop their boomerang. Boom, there we go. So now you can select the boomerang as an item, and it functions just like a boomerang. It doesn't actually hurt enemies. It stuns them, unless it's like a weak enemy, like a gel or a keys, and then it'll kill it. But it's just a really cool projectile attack that doesn't use up any ammo, and you can have it on hand all the time. This is the last room before the boss, and the boss is always in the room right in front of the Triforce Shard. And you can hear it like roaring in the background. Those things I just killed were wall masters, or hands that come out of the wall. And if they grab you, they'll take you to the entrance of the dungeon, so they can be pretty annoying. Try not to touch them. Now here we are. Let's go into the boss room. So the boss of this dungeon is Aquamentus. He's this unicorn boss thing. You can block his magic attacks if you have the magical shield, but you won't be able to block the attacks of later bosses, so keep that in mind. He's vulnerable in his head, so just strike him in the head a few times, and each boss always leaves you with a heart container. So there we go, now we have, let's see here, 7 hearts. Sweet. Let's enter the room with the Triforce Shard. And there we go. So there's dungeon 1 down. Not too long at all. But keep in mind that the first few dungeons are shorter and easier, but the later dungeons get hard and take much more time. So if we take a look at our inventory, we have one of the 8 Triforce Shards filling up our Triforce of Wisdom. And we'll need to form the Triforce of Wisdom before we can go take on Ganon and save Princess Zelda. So there's the first dungeon down, and I'm gonna go take down the second dungeon. So this, the second dungeon is located from the first dungeon, not too far away. Ouch. It's located in the forest. on the east side of Hyrule, so just walk down through here, make your way to the right. And it's up here. Nope. It's to the right. Not through here. We're basically taking the same path through the forest that we took in the first episode. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, so come up here, and this time we actually want to go to the left right here. And here's the, this is where the second dungeon is, so let's take out these Octoroks first. Ooh, bombs, thanks. And climb this ladder. And here's the second dungeon. So let's head inside. Ba-bum. So go to the right first. And here's a new type of enemy. They're called ropes, and they're snake enemies, and they'll go faster if they align with you vertically or horizontally. Call them all in this room, you get a key. Up here, some more ropes. Before we go that way... Well, it's a rope party. If we run to the left, should we kill them all? There's another key in this room. Alright. We've explored this whole area, so now we can go to the right. So unlock this door with one of the keys we just got. And in here is the compass. Hooray! So kill all these guys. Grab the compass so you can see the Triforce shard is towards the top of the map. Into the door. Some Garayas. I've seen these guys since the first dungeon. Why? I mean, I guess that isn't too surprising. Yeah, okay, so that was kind of weird how that guy just died. In a few rooms with Garayas, if you kill like the Master Garaya, all the other Garayas will die. But it's only in select rooms. There's a key through here. Here's the map. And this dungeon is called the Moon, for obvious reasons. Kill off these gels. In most of these rooms on the right side of the map, you can bomb the vertical walls, so you don't have to use up keys to go in and out, zigzag upward. Some more ropes. Right now it's not required to bomb walls to beat dungeons, but later on it will be. So here's some blue Garayas. Like basically everything else in this game. They just take more hits than their red counterparts. They get smoked by these fire-breathing statues. So you couldn't really see it. Let me get out of this room. You couldn't really see it because I walked over right when it was dropped, but I got the magical boomerang from that room. So this boomerang is just like the previous one, except it goes all the way across the screen, and it's super useful. Let's go up. These are Moldorms, whatever. They're like fighter snake enemies, and they can only exist on sand for some reason. grab the key that's left behind. Come through here. Well, the traps and keys. Like here, I'll show off how you can bomb through the walls. I think you can bomb through this wall. Yeah, and you can go through there. But I want to show off every room, so go up here first. Ropes, ropes, ropes. Come back. Where are you going? There we go. Use a key on this room. You'll see that the bottom wall is now blown up since we blew up the wall beneath it. Or the other side, I suppose. Now, if you come up here, there's an old man and gives you a hint about the boss. Dodongo dislikes smoke. The boss is Dodongo, and he's trying to tell you that he's weak to bombs. So make sure you need at least 2 to kill the boss, so make sure you have a few bombs on you. More Garayas. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's grab those bombs. Gonna need them. Alright, come through here, and here's the boss, Dodongo. He's like a Triceratops monster, and he takes 2 bombs to kill. So you gotta equip your bombs, and you want to stand right in front of them and put him down right in his path, and he'll just like eat them. Just do it one more time. There we go, Dodongo is no more. Grab the extra heart container. Now we have 8 hearts. We have half of what could be our max health. So that's cool. Come in here, grab the Triforce shard, and there's the end of the second dungeon. Alright, so that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. And I'll see you guys later. Again, to save, you just pull on the pause menu, grab your second controller, press up and A, and then select save. Alright, yeah. See you guys later.